from Giant Loop 12.
When you bring a Moscow bag to a Giant Loop, you have egg on your face.
The coming and going is non-stop all weekend. Bikes everywhere, hundreds of bikes. You gotta be careful when you go up there, because these guys don't give a shit. Half the floor is missing.
Hey, buddy.
Okay, we're gonna try this again, folks. Everybody knows what happened last year when Critter filled up his bike.
Thank you again for coming.
Just about there. I am on my way to Giant Loop Ride 12 2023, and I've just got a couple more miles to go. If you've never been out to central southern Oregon, mileage is different out here for sure. I mean, it's the roads are so long and straight, and the hills seem close, but they're so far away. It just takes forever when you're out here. But just about to be turning left into Crane Springs. It's time. Giant Loop. Just a little bit empty yet, but here we are at Crane Hot Springs, and people are. It's the day before check-in, and people are already starting to show up. Talked to Harold right when I got here, and they're expecting 700 people this year confirmed, in between attendees, staff, and vendors. So we're going to be packed in here like sardines. The Minions even came to this event. Check that out. They're rolling it in style. Who are those hooligans right there? I know them. Hey, I know you. I've seen you on YouTube. I know them. Look at this freaking suit and everything. You look like you're getting ready to go for the gentleman's ride.
Crashy Moto style?
Yeah, check that out. I gotta get an e-bike, man. Everybody's using these now. It's the camping police.
Yeah, you may have noticed I'm going a little bit bougie this time with my coffee setup. I'm doing full French press, heated up in a teapot, actual creamer instead of powdered creamer. Luxuries of bringing the trailer to this thing. Good morning from Giant Loop 12. Had a, as often happens at these events, we had a little bit of a eventful night last night. Woke up feeling okay. I slept in all the way till past 7 o'clock. That never happens with me. Let's see, today's agenda, I gotta go get checked in because today is officially check-in day. This place filled up fast. It wasn't even the official check-in day yet, and the field is full. So many people showed up yesterday. It's gonna be a very busy weekend. Maybe some demo rides today. I gotta go talk to the Cove guys because they brought a couple of that new Cove 450 Racer rally bike. It's here, and it sounds like we might be able to demo ride it. So if that's going to be a thing, that's definitely what I'm doing today. I don't want to miss my shot at that. After that, I'm just kind of going with the flow today, I think. The only real thing that I really want to do today is the, well, aside from that demo ride, is the King Mountain Loop. So that's my plan. What do you think so far of day one of the Giant Loop Ride 12? Nothing is stirring around the Bend camp yet. I did get a text from him, however. We'll let him describe it in his video. Just exactly how he may or may not be feeling this morning. How are all you heathens doing over here in the suburbs?
Yeah, we're over in the burbs.
It's filling up pretty quick, real quick. It was full like last night. Yeah, but it's been a non-stop row of vehicles coming in this morning too. It's gonna be full. Crane Springs actually did do, it seems like they did a lot of upgrades to this place from last year. Last year. Yeah, we did. The gravel that they put down is a little weird, but packed. Putting people over in the shrubs with the snakes and the scorpions and the spiders and whatnot, so that's cool. I'm in my trailer all nice and comfy. I haven't told the camera this yet, but when I woke up this morning, I found an empty Pop-Tart wrapper underneath my cot. At some point in the middle of the night, in my sleep, without remembering it, just blah, 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 blah. Crumbs all over my frickin' sleeping bag. It is the official day one of Giant Loop 12, and as you can see behind me, this place is filled up quite a bit, and the day isn't even over and there's still people checking in.
Okay, we're off on the reservoir loop. Doing this one solo. Everybody else is already doing other stuff, so I didn't want to just sit around camp. Now we're on the reservoir loop. Not for sure this would still be muddy. It's cool, this stuff's all drying out quick. Word on the street is we are getting rain tonight though. Just wanted to go for a nice easy cruise this afternoon, nothing overly difficult. Everybody else is off doing their thing around the event and whatever, so that's what I get for riding on the wrong side of the road, trying to stay out of the That's 100% my fault. 100%.
Yes, I am calling myself out in this video because I wanted to show what can happen even in just a couple of seconds of not riding right. Stay to the right of the trail if it's not a directional track.
I already got filming done for the day from around the event, aside from doing like the writers meeting tonight and whatnot, so I didn't want to just sit around all afternoon like I did yesterday, pretty much. This track is quite a bit rockier than Stinking Water. Still not difficult, just bumpier is all. I just had a raindrop hit my goggles. I'll be damned. From that one rain cloud that's above me. That's where Wes and I stopped for our break. So from here on out, this route's all new for me. Yep, that's cool. Let's finish winding our way down there and then see how we get out of here. Moo! Can't believe that worked. That must have been a bad word or something in cow. Everybody's all right? All right. Boy, it started warming up a little bit down here. That's a fun road down into here. Not difficult by any means, but it definitely keeps you on your toes, looking out for the big rocks and whatnot, bouncing around all over the place. Back on the fast gravel. Oh, that was just fixed. Looks like that was mud about a week ago. Actually, don't know where this comes out. I don't know if it goes to 20 or if it goes back onto, if it loops over to Stinking Water. This is cool in here. Much better riding conditions this year as opposed to last so far, by a long ways. That's another reason why I'm out doing more riding today instead of just hanging around camp, is with the possibility of rain tonight. I don't want it to come in and make everything snotty and then have a repeat of last year, right? I still got to change the tires out on my bike. I'm just trying to get all the tread out of them I can. So still gripping great, excellent traction, but for the snot mud around here, I would much prefer very fresh tires. Huh. That's some neat looking terrain. Yeah, I'm glad I came out here and did this one. This is a neat loop. This is cool. I like it. It's got the very textured areas in the beginning. And then it gets onto gravel roads, yes, but they're not just straight. They're just winding through this little valley right here. Really cool. Yeah, this is a neat route. Favorite so far. You were fine. If you guys didn't move, it was totally fine. I wasn't coming to get you. Don't jump out in front of me. How'd you wreck your bike, Travis? Cow. All right. Back on the Stinking Water Road. That's the way that the reservoir loop comes back. It is basically backwards on the Stinking Water Pass Road. So a different experience because you're riding in a different direction. And I could have just taken the, was it Highway 20, I think, up to that gas station and then down that long, straight, really boring road, but that road is long and straight, really boring. Figured I'd finish out this loop. Far more entertaining. I want to bring one of those Coves up here. Woo! That would be a blast. This is my first real ride since the crash, actually. And bike is handling perfect, just like she always did. For the amount of shit that I've thrown at this bike, she sure has taken care of me really well. That is why the Africa Twin is my forever bike. Boy, we got rain over there. Neat. I need to get off of this trail before it just turns to snot, before that comes this direction. I wonder if there's raindrops right there. I wonder if camp is getting dumped on right now. It's possible. It's possible. I didn't leave anything open, so, but usually around here with rain comes wind, and that worries me about my pop-up. So definitely time to get back to camp. Get out of the riding gear, relax, get ready for a riders meeting, eat some food, drink some beer, maybe some whiskey. Relax the rest of the day. Get ready for tomorrow's riding, wherever that's going to be. Don't have any idea. I just got to get out of this dirt before I get stuck in a downpour and it all turns to snot. That would suck. That would be a very long ride back to camp.
Now, the reason why I seem to be getting a little bit more anxious about this weather rolling in is not because my tires are getting wore out or I don't like riding the mud. I'm good with all that. Obviously, I've been doing it all day, but in this area of Oregon, when this soil gets wet, it doesn't turn into mud. It actually turns into like a snot, which is hard to stand up on, much less try and ride a motorcycle on. Thus the reason why I'm getting a little bit more anxious about getting back to camp before that storm turns all of this into a sea of just, for lack of a better term, a certain type of lube.
Actually, I'm going to leave this out here on purpose. I need it to get washed.
Oh, my toe!
Yeah.
What's up, buddy?
What's up?
Dude, I'm standing here, and the wind kicked up and flipped the whole thing over.
That's what I was afraid it was going to do. So I went out and did the whole reservoir loop. That's a cool-ass ride.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
Buddy? Oh, it doesn't look like it.
No, not at all. It might be in about an hour.
That's what I'm
Right now, it's beautiful, though.
I had a couple, like, little sketchy things in there,
This is our 12th annual, so thank you very much for making the trip out here and joining us. this year we just sort of took things to a whole other level, and it's thanks to you guys and thanks to our fantastic vendors who all made the trip out here that we've been able to kind of turn this into what it's become today, starting 12 years ago from our humble roots with 40 riders meeting in our shop and going down to Summer Lake Hot Springs and camping out. So big hand, thank you very much. I'm so stoked that we're all here. This is really exciting. I want to give a special greeting to our colleagues from Sweden. And I don't know, some of you, I'm sure, have heard the news that last July, Giant Loop was acquired by Usui Sports, a Swedish-based maker of apparel and their famous backpacks that we've been selling for years and using for years ourselves. And our colleagues, Jacob and Helen, literally just moved here like 2 days ago from Sweden, rented bikes and came out here and joined us for the ride. So a big welcome to Jacob and Helen. I just want to also give a shout out again to the vendors. You know, I think that like this is the thing that really kind of helped us round the corner and turn this into a real event. And thanks in no small part to our colleagues being willing to come out here and show up and support us with demo bikes, cool gear, and so on. And so I really want to encourage and invite you all to support the vendors and definitely ride demo bikes. Who rode demo bikes today? Oh yeah, I got out on the Harley, I got out on the Ural, I got out on the Cake. I'm signed up for Triumph tomorrow. I'm gonna ride them all, and I encourage you to do the same. And in fact, that's the best way to get them to come back next year is if we put butts in seats. So definitely thanks. Let's give them a hand, in fact. Thank you. Thank you again for coming.
So we had a interesting day weather-wise. Day started out great. I did 2 of the routes, Stinking Water Pass and the Reservoir Loop, and both of them were at the time they were just primo dirt. It's dry, a little bit dusty. Reservoir Loop can get a little rocky. Got them both done, and on my way back finishing Reservoir Loop is when the rain started coming in. Lightning strikes like right next to me on the trail, ridiculously close, loudest thing I've ever heard in my life. And that's when I figured, time to get back to camp. So got back to camp, and that's when the rain really started. Around here, when it rains, everything turns to grease. Just slippery, slippery, slippery grease. So now we're all really hoping for a very dry, sunny day tomorrow to dry everything out so we can ride again on Saturday, because tomorrow's going to be interesting. It's probably going to be a lot of hanging around the event grounds, but I just spent about half an hour in the hot springs, got all soaked nice and warm. Hot springs are so nice to have handy right here. I think it's might not even be 10 o'clock yet. It's time for bed. I'm wiped out. Just long fun day. Nothing left to do but to crawl into a warm sleeping bag. I will see you in the morning.
I'm sneaking up on him. I found one in the wild. There's a critter walking right there. Here's Tall Man Moto with his beach towel.
Oh wait, we gotta start over. How'd you sleep?
Or we have to start over.
Giant Loop slow race.
Hit the kill switch!
I'm gonna go demo ride a Cove 450 rally racer. There it is. Getting ready to head out to Field Station. Right, here we are out on the Alvord Desert Playa. My buddies are out there getting nuts. So what do you think of this route so far?
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of long straight roads.
Lots of long straight roads. Riding is pretty good.
Beautiful views though.
But the views, I mean, come on.
Yeah. I feel like you're not quite geared up enough for this.
Probably not.
All right. Here we are up at King Mountain Lookout. You got to be careful when you go up there because these guys don't give a shit. Half the floor is missing.